Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of How You Do That. Let's just address the elephants in the room.
Whoa, whoa.
Multiple,
why the ceiling? Whoa, so many
multiple
cars.
elephants. We're in a different place today.
You got richer or what? Like, what's happening, Ming?
Yeah. Porsche came in to buy over the show and apparently...
Who is this guy?
Guys, we're back in for a new episode today. We thought we'd try something new. We're at a very beautiful place called Venturi Motors today.
Whoop, whoop.
If you're a Damansara, is this considered Damansara?
PJ.
If you're a PJ Kia, if you're a PJ Kia, you know Gasket Alley?
Yep.
Yeah, this year we're in Gasket Alley. John, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm very overwhelmed right now.
Intense morning session, bro.
It's an amazing mix of different men with different amount of interest to cars. So today it's an interesting topic.
Dennis, do you know where we are?
This is Venturi Motors, everyone. Make some noise. Skirt.
Beep, beep. And finally, of course, we'll introduce our guest today. Sir, what's your name and what do you do?
I'm Lawson and I poison my friends.
I like his name card, you know. His name card is just Lawson. I'm director of poisoning friends.
That's true. That's true.
We shake hands today, you are going to be the person who can my poison.
Yeah.
So, is that how it is?
Not up to that extent.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Guys, we've had a good couple of shows. We're at episode 6 today, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And I thought, we mix it up because recently, I think this place has really just started coming into full function, right? Like
for our space, yeah, here.
For your space.
Correct. Yeah, everything is on already now.
Guys, it's beautiful. You probably need to get an angle where it's Dennis and myself. There's a pizza place.
Yeah.
Right at the back.
Feels pizza.
We were smelling pizza at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is great. Lawson, if you had to describe, where are we and what is this place? What is Venturi Motors?
So actually, Venturi Motor is more like a lifestyle. Like a source of inspiration for all the car guys. Or can get all the poisons that you need. Like you go to the dispensary, So anyway, it's like a home of modern classics. We buy, sell, trade modern and classic cars. Curated modern and classic cars. And then restoration and,
it's basically down
talking to a friend like this now on a podcast, sharing what we love actually.
All right, I just want to share from my point of view what this place is. Okay, like first and foremost, this guy is madness. like all of us here, as we are creators, we are also businessmen, right?
Wow.
So this guy, you and your team sort of like founded this whole place.
Yeah, correct.
Right, Gasket Alley, correct?
Correct.
Now, not just that. Just Venturi Motors alone, when he opened that one store, that one shop, right, with one car, which was how many months ago?
November.
It was just November.
Last year only.
Bro, that was how many months? It was like 7 months? 8 months? 8 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay. So say 8 months ago, it was just one shop.
Right.
3 months later, talking to him, bro, I think I'm gonna move. Wait, what? See you on story, huh? Wait, Headers come out, the clothing line. And after that, suddenly Venturi Motors opened 2 stores. I was like, okay. Then after that, 200 cars come inside here. Like, what is going on? Like, did Santa Claus come and like, bro, I think you are going to take over the whole entire Malaysia classic car scene. So that,
wow. That's right.
Bro, I don't even know, like.
As you can see, Dennis is very excited.
Yeah, obviously.
We should talk a bit about what he drove today, in the morning. Bro, when I saw you roll up, I was like, wow, nice LM with the black color E36
whatever I drive.
coupe.
Okay. So let me get this straight, right? So this episode, we're talking about us being men.
It's not a car episode, okay?
I know, it's about
before
dads.
You click away,
It's
okay.
It's about that with juggling passion.
I was going to say poison, but yes, you're right.
Passion / poison.
Yeah.
All right.
So before we go any further, I just want to say, Dennis is. I didn't even need to introduce the fact that Dennis is the usual poison for cars. John definitely dabbles with very lovely cars as well.
Well, his one is just whatever that's expensive then. And damn nice.
You're not wrong.
The car has to be like the
Yeah. What are you driving now?
In 2024, he drives the 2025 car.
He literally drove a 2025 car.
Bro, you think, bro.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
Bro.
What car you drove today? What car? That
Shout
car
out
you're
to
driving?
the Audi Q4 e-tron.
Wow. Okay, no wonder you were discussing about that with me, yeah?
Bro, you want the...
I actually drove it from Singapore to KL.
Oh,
It was my
nice.
first time doing a long distance drive on an EV.
And how
I have a
is
lot
was
of
it, bro?
comments about the EV scene in Malaysia, but we'll get into that.
Nice.
real.
You know, we are on the flip side, you know.
we are very excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So first things first, why we up here today, okay?
Yes.
If you guys already know, we have a Telegram group, okay, and people have been joining. It's been great. We got today. I kind of like dropped a hint that we're doing a special guest episode today, and someone kind of already knew. So Joshua Bay, shout out Joshua. He has a guest for the special guest is from Venturi Motors, so already know. He already knows where you're from. He knows.
Damn, bro.
So his question, in my honest opinion, passion usually comes with a lot of sacrifice. Passion turned work gives a lower monetary value and a higher risk. Work, in the other hand, is more stable and lower risk but mundane. So, the whole passion versus work thing, right? So the question is, how do you balance the work and the passion? How does becoming a dad affects the decision you're going to pursue? And how do you maintain financial stability while fulfilling your personal freaking dreams? So this is what today's episode is going to be about.
Wow, that's a very loaded question.
Yeah, it is. Because
yeah.
at this circle, at this semicircle, we have John in the music industry. You are from the automobile. You're a freaking entertainer your whole life, from dance up until gym, dance, men's health,
Then entertainment and then everything else.
And I said in my back room making videos. So basically,
Wow.
This is the real behind the scene, you know.
Your humility, a bit next level. You only make videos behind your house, in your room.
Technically in my room, technically no window on that time, no window.
No
This
office,
guy.
no office.
So yeah, guys, obvious questions. We're here today to talk about a bit of balancing the whole passion into work. And
Passion and work.
the very big question. Every passion, every hobby need to become work, meh? That kind of thing.
Not really.
Yeah, not really, right? So, very, very interesting case today. Cars. When we talk about cars in Malaysia, right, we only know about Uncle Bengkel, go to a service station.
Yes.
Finding a place like this, then is any other places like this? Like
Not that I personally know of. I know that there are clubs out there. I know that there are other companies that are also running their own community things.
there was communities, right?
But it's very different when it's a more, I don't want to use that word, but I mean in Malaysia, it's like a more, the English Chinese market lah.
Correct.
But
In my
you're right,
opinion,
no.
they call it the urban market lah.
So so in KL, in Malaysia, there's a lot of driving clubs.
City boys.
There's a lot of driving clubs. I know there's a Suzuki Swift driving club.
A lot,
there is
bro.
literally
Every car got driving club.
Yo, the other day, I just went to Dash with my friends, hanging out there where the car boys are at. Shout out, bro. There is a Myvi blue
Car boys,
bro.
bang.
Listen up, there is a blue Myvi club.
Yeah, of course,
That
bro.
only blue Myvi can rock together.
My
Like
father-in-law got Blue Myvi. I can join.
You can join it.
if you
bro,
come
you just
in a,
submit your
if you
forms.
come in a red Myvi, legit the red Myvi had to park somewhere else. Only the blue Myvi park next to each other. It's insane, bro. That's the next. I didn't know it was that level.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You got Blue Myvi?
No, I do not have
Cannot join,
a Blue Myvi, but I think this is something that actually what Malaysia is like missing out and also coming up to.
Right.
Which is what I shared. I mean, like, whatever you shared out there is like actually it's a car culture thing.
It is.
It is a car
So
culture.
the obvious question is like, how in the world do you start this? I have to ask, because
Because
obviously, Dennis has a dancing background. John is a musician.
Oh,
Start a
right.
band, then the band goes forward, do different things, and then the studios. What is this?
He got driving license.
He got driving.
right? Then he drive girls in his car.
wow.
Then he realized the nicer the car, the better the girl.
Oh my!
And
Then
that's
got-
how John's got.
Then Mr. Lawson got married, then realized that actually no need to impress that much already. So let me impress everybody else. Correct or not?
Along the way.
No,
Man,
no,
this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
He reads people as a hobby.
This one, I know, but for real, not true story. We don't know whether it's a true story. We're not going to validate or not. How in the world does this start? Because usually people start garage.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, just to talk about all
Your
this
background,
passion, my background, all this while, since I'm a kid, my father is a mechanic. So
Okay.
I've been around cars my whole life.
Okay.
So,
wow.
and then I'm with him and he restore cars as well, vintage cars, Volkswagen, vintage bridge bikes. That's the roots of where
So since you were young, you were already surrounded by it.
like I'm 12 years old, I'm down at the workshop helping my father to tinker with shit. Yeah,
Nice.
but then but just he involves me around what he was doing.
I see. Wow.
Yeah, then
Wow.
from there, then I also mirrors a lot on my dad when he built a car. There's a way of doing it. So hence I also picked that up.
That's
like his
awesome.
eyes, like why this tank must be red? Why this tank must be chrome with a red lining? And then our Volkswagen, what kind of rims, what kind of engine, where to source those parts.
You see, the only one really appreciating this right now is this guy.
Yeah. But more so that I'm getting all those things. Then when I'm now, I mean, of course, previously I have a lot of all other kind of work and also managing the place and all whatnot.
Day jobs lah.
Day jobs.
What was your day job?
I'm
Yeah.
actually passionate about what I do previously when we did up Gasket Alley. You have to be a little bit of passion.
What were you doing for?
What was your first business?
What was
First-
Gasket
yeah.
Alley? What were you doing it?
So I was managing the venue. Managing the
lah.
venue, handling with how to say, like liaising with sponsors like ICOS, was our past sponsors. They activate the space here, and then I went to do events as well. So catering agency work for brands.
Right.
Then after that into ID during the MCO, and then in the end I've searched a few jobs. Of course, like how when you're in your 20s, you're searching for something that you want to set foot on.
Right.
And then when in my early 30s or mid 30s, I step foot on this and I feel like, okay, this is nice
Right.
age for me to set off foot on what I really like and make sense. Make sense.
Yeah,
bro.
makes sense. So I think,
nice.
Guys, just as a psycho, if you hear random sushi noises, there are people fighting a lightsaber.
It's lightsaber.
just-
They play with a lightsaber. Chang.
It's mad. But okay, because here's the tipping point. This is always a tipping point, right? Your work versus your passion, right? And I think for each of us, it's a very different thing. I think we have the liberty to being able to pursue our passion as work. Like, what was the tipping point? Like for John, what was your tipping point like? You know, that decision that, you know what, I'm not gonna send a resume in. This looks like it's going somewhere. Let's figure this out instead. Like, how does that happen?
I think I started very young. That's why.
nice.
You know, I started when I was 19, and then I only got my so-called break when I was, I want to say 23, 24.
Is that when you joined the band?
Yeah, I mean, when the band started, it took us at least 2.5 to 3 years before we realized that, oh, actually, this is something that we can do, but it was really like, I remember doing shows late at night, and then I would end my set at maybe midnight, 1 a.m., and then I will wait at the bar all the way until 5 or 4:45 so that I can take the first train home. Yeah, because you earn like 150 a night, and then if you're going to spend $30 on the cab, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, it was things like that really set that so-called grind foundation.
Yeah.
That's why, it made me not afraid to work hard.
Damn.
I think
nice.
and this was before really social media validation. The only way that someone will validate you is that you got to play a good show.
Right.
Same thing with cars. Like the only way that a person will validate you is that they actually see the car and they feel the car themselves.
Yes.
Now it's a little bit different, of course, but I think that foundation was there. So when I really knew that I could do this was when I started earning from it. When there was a demand for it, and then of course, as I grow, it's also figuring out how to create that demand. How to stay relevant, how to give the market what it needs. I think those things it's always a learning process.
Yep.
Yeah. Now it's been like 15 years. So yeah, it's just still a growing process.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely dive into it more. Like Dennis, I mean, before we get to the juicy part,
Yes, sir.
you definitely had to have dance way before anything happens, right? Because dance doesn't happen overnight.
No, I started dancing at 13.
13, you asked me what I'm doing?
I mean, I'm self-taught.
Yeah.
I'm self-taught.
Same.
So I taught myself, like in school, in class, just dancing, kena cane, teachers stop you from dancing. I went through all that.
The teacher cane you to stop you from dancing.
It was...
Because bro, sure when he dance, right, everyone will be like, want to dance also, man.
No.
Naturally, it's like gangster.
Actually, no. Last time I was bullied, actually. I was bullied in school. And the thing was, dancing wasn't cool.
No.
So when you dance,
Really?
you poyo, bro.
Oh,
Actually, you should see his photo last time. He don't look like this one.
No,
Oh,
legit,
okay,
you
okay,
poyo.
okay. Yeah,
So you're sort of like looked down upon, and then like when I was playing football at the same time, my friends could attest to this. I'm a goalkeeper, bro. Why? Because my team they play good, so the ball will never come to the goal.
Oh.
So they're always at that goal. I'm always alone at the goal post. So I'm on the side there just doing handstands. I legit training my dancing while I'm playing football. So that was my training back then.
This guy.
And then eventually, of course, as you grow older, then when I join dance competition, when I'm known, when I'm seen, that's when things change. People be like, damn, I knew you since last time. I saw you dancing last time, you know. Yeah, you called me Poyo last time, I remember, you know.
When was that tipping point where it became a job?
Okay, I never see it as a job. Because at that same time, you know, my mom would always say, you need to have something to fall back upon. So regardless of whatever I was doing at that time, I was studying as well. Then when I finished studying, when I graduated, I was also working, making money as I am doing my passion. Now people be like, oh, you're a dancer, right? I said, not exactly. I do everything that I'm able to do, right? And right, because as my mom said, right, you need to have something to fall back upon. So at that age, I'm like, okay, if I need something to fall back on, I don't want to fall back on my certificate.
Understood.
I don't want to use my certificate. I don't want to be a communication psychologist or whatever like that. I was like, okay, so if there's a door that opens, I'm just going to walk through it. If there's 5 doors, I'm going to walk through all 5 doors. So the 5 doors that opened was like, I became a TV host. You know, I became a radio announcer. I am an event host, event MC as well. And I act for TV shows,
Police
movies.
Evo. Police Evo.
Wow, are you the only Chinese, no?
Yes.
You're right.
I'm not even lying. Like in the whole production, I mean, I'm proud. At the same time, I'm able to hang out with them, and it makes me proud because when I was standing on top of the set the other time, I took a video around the whole entire set, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Except the director and the producer, I'm the only Chinese actor here.
Represent.
That kind of feeling is like, wow.
Represent.
And I feel very close to everybody, so it felt like I was going back to school only, you know, when I met all these boys.
Okay.
So that was something very familiar to me because when I was in high school, I used to hang out with a lot of those Malay boys and stuff because the Chinese boy used to bully me. Because I couldn't do 10 push-ups. I only could do 2.
Okay.
Now, how many push-ups can you do?
No. The question is how much can you bench?
I'm a bit tempted.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a bit tempted to ask the editor to expose you to dig up your old photo and put here, so people can see like how you look like.
My first job was a clown, so
Then,
I make balloons for kids. So that actually taught me how to become the entertainer I am today. It was all self-taught. So everything that I learned up till today, a lot of self-taught. We don't have YouTube to teach us things.
Correct.
We don't have seniors to show us the
senior?
ropes.
Yeah.
Who's teaching you
Who's
how
senior?
to hold a camera?
What's
you know?
senior?
No one's going to show you how to do
Yeah.
that and how to do this thing called entrepreneurship. You know, it's not something that
So-
I've never learned business and then opening gym. Bro, until now, bro, I still shiver.
But I mean, like, that's the kind of tipping point that you are going for, lah. Like,
yeah.
go for what you actually, you know.
And then, of course, everyone said get out of the comfort zone.
Yep.
You know, like for him, a musician, he's on stage, he performs. Why would he want to step out of it and go into business? Why you want to do that kind of thing?
Why not?
Yeah.
That's why he's
yeah.
different. You know, that's why he's different.
Yes.
Then Lawson, we talked just now. Dennis said November last year, right? So you have the background, you have the thing. What's that call? What's the choice? Because opening a place like this is
Not cheap.
it's a big investment, right?
Yeah.
What
I mean,
was the push?
The push. I think more so that what I've heard from you guys also, right? I also realized that everyone have the way in. When is the way in? Like for John here, say that it's on the 19, right? So then he get to be independent and also be passionate about what they do along that time, and then you get better and better. So actually, I've always been wanted to do something on my own since I'm young, because my father is also like doing his own thing and whatnot. Of course, pass through a few jobs and also a few roles that I'm in, and then of course building this place up, working with my partner, which is a bit senior. They share with me what they have learned in their generation, and then I'm also looking. And then when I built this, I feel that I want to produce something that is like, at this age and era, right? I feel that people are looking for people that are passionate. They want to consume people that have a detail and passion about what they do. Hence, also, I feel that, okay, I'm at this age, I think I want to pursue that. And also, at the same time, of course, what I like. I mean, on all these things is a car. But what if this is a handphone? Maybe I will be very passionate about the handphone.
Damn.
Yeah, so, but then, yeah. But I portray it in a different way where I will bring in the lifestyle bits, the everyone will like what we want to be part of it. Yeah.
Was there a specific thing that happened that made you choose to open your first Venturi? What happened?
I think, okay, if not,
the workshop, right?
correct me if I'm wrong.
No, there's,
I know Venturi started before you guys were here.
No,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
started online. So those are the trial part where you share, right? You are, trying and you realize, hey, this is going somewhere.
And was this during COVID or before COVID?
During COVID. 2021 till 2020.
I remember I see a lot.
Bro, that time I wasn't like fully involved in Venturi, I have a team which they're really passionate about what they do. So I work with them. Until today, we are just a 4-man team, bro.
I just found that out in your last event that there's only 4 fellas there doing everything.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, someone there.
Yeah, right, correct. So, I mean, all those things, I mean, like, this is how we want to put it out. And like you say, it's like 3 years ago, I take that 3 years as a trial, like to test this, and people really like it and kind of like a bit different. So hence when this year came about, and then we have, of course, also the opportunity to take up this space.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that time, bro, I was damn, like, I don't know if I should do it or not.
Yeah.
Then when Headers opened, right, and then we did a release of some merch, that collection called G Thing, it's a G model.
Yeah.
And I saw people came and people really like it.
Yeah.
And that moment I text my partner and just like, bro, let's go.
Wow.
It's not in a meeting. Okay, bro, let's go do it.
Yeah.
I was literally standing here, bro. And then in this window, I was looking here empty, right? Then he been telling me about this for a week. Asked me to go think about it.
He told you that we should come over
You
here.
should think about doing this here. Because here there's already taken. But at that point, I still think very small,
Because just started.
Just started and it just expanded Headers, and we are only 3-man's team, But I just like, that moment when I saw people came and really liked the Header stuff, and then people talked to me, and I saw the sparks when they see the car, like wow, what's this?
Right, there was a lot of
Then straight away I take the phone, bro. I'm not even kidding. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Then the next week I'm like all the way through, and also it's not an easy journey. What you see here is like you think it's like whoa, a lot of investment, bro. But I really work smart for it. Like this, I import myself. I get people to kind of fix. The first few when I ordered these stackers, right? I was so high enough to tell, oh, sorry.
All good.
To think that I can build it myself, bro. I was in a meeting, okay, guys, we ordered 3 already. Come back here, we're going to build this.
We ordered 3 already.
Then the thing is, the board, then I will digest what I plan, then I do the planning and everything. Then I think, shit. Hey, this shit is
Bro,
not...
you think what, this IKEA table?
Because we built the Gasket Alley with my partners and all, then we think that this is nothing lah, right?
So the Joker came, he delivered in a lorry.
Yeah.
And then you brought your 2 box here and tried to build yourself.
Then after that, I went to found someone that can help us to build law.
Right.
And then these are some of the best investment, of course, with some cars that we
But
really
I'm
like,
sure y'all
restoration
save
and
so much
whatnot.
money by ordering it in yourself, hiring somebody to fix it, than to get a company here to come here and fix it up for you guys, right?
Yeah. It's more like someone to fix it.
Is
lah.
it?
Okay,
Is it?
later check contact lah.
Can? No
Check-
problem.
Hey, hello. What's
Yeah,
up?
can.
Huh?
Is it?
No. Put one in my house. Jason will kill me.
What's from all the stories, like from everyone, it's safe to say, or is it safe to say, right? Because we've been talking about fatherhood for a lot of the Fast 5 episodes. Is it safe to say, even when we go into things like this, there is a very big chunk of not knowing what's happening, but you still got to step gas first?
Of course, bro. Likewise, like that. Right. It's exactly...
Yeah.
You
But
know?
people from the outside, they look in, they're going to see like, wow, bro, you really know what you're doing, lor.
Yes.
Right? Wow, that looks really good, lor.
But that is where we really that's where the passion came about. Right. If you're
thinking
not
your
passionate about it, you'll be like, oh, okay lah, then just think about how to settle this law. But when the passion came up, okay, how we want to curate the cars, bro? Every 2 weeks we curate the cars here. Every 1 week, we rotate the cars. you know, if we still have another episode
you guys
here, all
hear
this
that?
car will be changed again.
Rotate.
So for everyone across the board, here's the trick. What is the good time to turn music, car, entertainment? When is that time, right? I mean, this is what a lot of people ask, right? Because they don't know. They don't know, should I leave my day job, should I not? When is a good time to turn that into actual work? When is the crossover from this one we did for fun? Oh, quite nice, hey, can do, got support. That what made you, what's that turning point of like typing that message, hey, we're going to build a studio, we're going to build this place?
I have an answer, but then I don't want to say the answer. It's very vulgar.
Just go for it.
When your balls grow.
Wow, this is a very good.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you see,
Yeah.
when I say that, it comes with a different meaning, right? Like what he just said. He stood outside the window here.
Yes.
And at that moment, he
The
just
balls
felt
suddenly
like
grew big.
because you have this
That one go hospital, bro.
epiphany where you just go like, yo,
Yes.
I'm gonna go all in here already.
Yes.
When that all in feelings come, it's a feeling that I don't think you can fight it. And honestly, I will tell you, you will literally die trying, and you will still try anyway, because that's exactly what all four of us here did. And I'm very sure, without asking them what they did and did wrong, or the failure, or the mistakes, you know. Like, but it was at that one time when your balls grew, you're like, you know what? I've been thinking about this for like half a year now, 1 year now, 2 years now, but I'm going to go do that.
Yes.
And in a way, that sense of feeling, that sense of passion, that sense of push. Oh, it was a very amazing feeling when you knew exactly what you want to do and how you want to achieve it. You just need to go towards that goal. That's when you know.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
I think starting is not the difficult part.
It's
I think sustaining is the difficult
that's
part.
a different. No, that's when you start going already. 2 years in already, then that's the struggle that you will face.
Right. So sustaining.
Sustaining. I think most businesses actually close within the first 12 to 24 months. You know, in your first lease, in that sense. Right? That's when you actually have to figure it out. And usually after 6 months, you kind of have to realize which direction you got to go as well. I think, especially when it's work to do with your passion, community is the most important. You know, like what Lawson said, you know, he saw a bunch of people come, and then that's when he clicked to him. It's like, oh, actually, maybe I can start this, because there will be people that will come to support, you know, but these people who come to support, you know, the retention rate is important. How do I retain them? You know, for the gym, same thing. You know, you want to start a gym, you need people to actually go to the gym. So how do you inspire the people to go to the gym, and how do you keep the people who supported you from the start to continuously support you? I think that's always the most difficult. Yeah.
Sustain. Lawson, did you have a big ball moment as well?
Big ball moment.
Big ball moment, like Dennis said,
Yeah.
one day just boom, let's go.
That is that day.
That is the day.
At the window lah. And then after that, what he says is very, very true. You know, sustaining it. And also, I think in any journey or any businesses or whatever you have pursued, everything change almost every month, right?
Yeah.
You may
Even
say
every week also
every
change.
week, you know, you can feel that the market shifts. All this give you a lot of how to say, not just on the more so on the business side, right? To felt that, oh my God, this month people are really looking for cars. Like early this year, you know, people are so busy with Chinese New Year. Who want to buy these cars, bro? You know, but but you can feel it. Yeah.
Maybe
Then to
one thing that's very unique to these situations is that we can probably share. I don't know whether you guys have thought about it. How do you deal with fear? Because I think what really separates a lot of this is you can say it's a big ball moment, right? But some people don't have that. Or some people existingly work a 9 to 5. So it's not a process. It's a big jump of that, right? But I think maybe what's unique to your circumstances is that feeling, the first feeling of doubt or the kejut feeling, right?
Yes.
How do you personally mind over matter it? Or how do you deal with that first pullback before, you know, that voice that says, don't do ah? How do you all deal with this?
Wow, very hard, bro. Wow,
Yeah.
this is a very good question.
Because, okay, I can like, for example, this is where I search myself lah. My curiosity for it to work overwhelms my fear for it to fail. Like for me, I'm more curious to see what can happen And because I'm so curious, I don't think about the fear of it. But that's me. For
Do you
example,
feel as you grow older, that changes as well? Your risk appetite goes down?
Yeah.
Especially after getting married, after having kids. You know, I mean, for me, I personally find that for myself. You know, my risk appetite is not the same compared to like 6-7 years ago. Yeah, like I crave stability. You know, if tomorrow I get a call for a 9 to 5 and it's a good offer, I'll take it. Yeah,
I'm there now.
Same. I mean, okay, I say that. I say that a lot. I don't know whether I'll actually do it, but some days I just think like, hey, you know, if anybody wants to hire my services, you know, give me a call, hit me up on Instagram at JohnChuaJX, you know,
sign
and then
2 years,
yeah, you know, like sign a 2-year deal, and like I would like to know what it's like right now, you know, to work in a big corporation. You know, because I did corporate for a while, like maybe 10 years ago. You know, for about six months, less than a year. And the culture was that at that point of time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just very curious to know what it's like in 2024. You know, like what is it like to work in the CBD? What is it like to work in a big building where, you know, you walk and you tap your card and you wait with the lift with everybody and then you hit there and then the pantry is very big and very nice.
Bro.
Yeah, you know.
Pantry,
No, but it's wild, right? Because
Talking about pantry, damn.
we are part of that world where we don't see this. We don't see the tap in. We don't. It's hard to. At the same point, I very paiseh to talk to my friends who do 9 to 5 because I don't want them to feel like, wow, you're very free. You can go play pickleball on Wednesday, bro. You know that kind of thing. We are go golfing at 2:00. It's a very different world. People who are watching or like who ask most of the time, my friends from the 9 to 5 always ask, how do you get over the jump? How do you get over the fear of leaping and leaving my stability?
I don't think that fear would go away.
Them.
Yeah.
Like it really depends on your appetite, right? Like what he said, your risk will get smaller and smaller and smaller. Risk appetite. When I was single, bro, you tell me tomorrow to fly to any country, stay there for 2 months for work or whatever, let's go.
I say first, he actually did it.
Yeah, I've done
That's
that
nice,
so
bro.
much 10 years ago in my life, right? Then eventually when I decided to go into a relationship with my wife, I decided to, okay, now that's a luxury that I can or cannot afford. If I can afford that, then my job has to, maybe 100%, I have to take out 20, 30 because I have to give this person that 20, 30. Then eventually my daughter came, the house comes. So every time when I think about that, it's like, okay, I'm adding on luxury into my life. Now, can I afford it? Now, if I cannot afford it, and then I learn from a lot of businessmen these days, you cannot afford it, then work harder, young man. So every time people say, Dennis, you're working so hard, I'm like, I don't think I'm working hard enough because I'm still not there yet. Yeah. You know, you're still constantly climbing, but sure enough, right? Like I feel blessed. I am happy with all the things that I've done and what I've achieved, because the young Dennison looking at the Dennison right now with the cars he owned, like, yo, bro, where you come from, right? Like, old Dennison will be super proud of him. But the current Dennison is like, you could definitely do way more. There's so much more you can do, so much more you can achieve. And are you doing enough to get there? Obviously, you're not doing enough. So with that said, that's the push for me at least. You know, but at the same time, being the father figure at home, being the father as well, I want to be there for my daughter. I want to stay there, you know. So can I get a call right now and be like, hey, I have a job for you in UK right now, fly over here. Hello.
Hey, slowly.
Can UK fly to me, bro? Or fly my whole family there, settle everything for me. So there's a lot of consideration at this time and age. So life is just different now, huh?
Hey. And it's interesting because Lawson, we were talking about asking you married for 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Are you in the pre-dad stage or not thinking about the dad stage yet?
Thinking, of course.
So
That's why I'm like,
Ah.
yeah, that's why I also like want to know more from you guys.
Yeah, so this is very unique to your situation, right?
Yes, correct.
What is your biggest hurdle considering becoming a dad right now?
Biggest hurdle now.
Your biggest hurdle.
I think more so that time.
Time.
Like whatever we are here now, right? Whatever I do, I need time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I cannot figure out how, in that sense, that I can have a kid and then manage the time and whatever I'm just building here, something like that.
How old are you again?
35, bro.
Oh, damn. You're younger than me, bro. She. I didn't know.
89.
Huh?
89 kid.
89, bro.
80.
Still 88, bro.
Nice.
So yeah.
So time.
Your wife never like push you like, hey, let's settle down, let's have
No,
a kid? Because
I
I'm
mean,
sure a
like-
lot of people face that at home.
Yeah. I think it's more like a mutual thing that we discussed actually. Like not like every month we discuss.
Focus on career.
Correct.
first, like-
Every month.
Like every a year where we go holiday, then we will like share like, okay, what are we feeling of like coming up next year? What are we going to achieve and what am I going to do? Then to decide, should we more focus on that? If we say that we are not so focused on that, then we'll just, push through that year, something like that.
Great. We just so happen to have a new dad, John.
Yeah, wow.
1 year in, right? Time.
Yeah.
What's the real deal? What's the laydown on this?
I think for my case it's different, because when my son was born, we completely set up a new base. You know what I mean? It's like you nest differently, So I didn't necessarily have for me personally, the right foundation, So time was something that had to, like my whole perception of time really changed. Like I like to spend a lot of time at home, and I was spending a lot of time at home. And then after a while, I realized that I cannot be spending that much time at home. I need to go out because it's all opportunity cost, right?
Correct.
Because if I'm not here right now, then I might be working or I might be at home with my son. But I think one thing that I've learned is you just have to learn to manage it a lot better.
Yeah.
Things that are not worth your time, you have to be willing to let it go.
Yeah.
And it's very important for you to be there for your family. So, and you also need time to work and make a living and provide for the family. So it's I can't tell you right now whether I figured it out, because to be honest, I have not figured it out.
A lot of people told me that.
Bro, you probably will
don't have
never
time,
figure
just
it
go
out.
for it, lah.
we're all still figuring out. Yeah.
You figure it out along the way.
You'll never figure it out, like, really. Like even until now, like I still haven't figured it out, but I'm in my take, like, I'm happy that it happened. Because I could possibly just kept dragging it on and say that I'm not ready yet.
Correct.
But now that I did it, I wish I probably could have done it earlier. So just so that I would have more energy to invest into the different things that I'm doing. Because as we grow older, your energy get lesser. So you can't actually do that much while having a kid.
What is your age when you have a kid? The first
I
kid?
was 33.
Wow.
Yes, 33.
35.
I was 33.
Yeah.
No,
But
it's
one thing I
Must go to
learned,
gym lah.
one thing I learned is when you have a kid, your passions diversify. So I don't think it's like, like when you're 20s, it's like, okay, my passion is music, my passion is dance. And that category stays with you for like a decade, right? But then I realized that when you have a kid, you have these, what I call short-term passions. Like at one point of time, I was really into baby strollers.
Wow, bro, guys, you have no idea. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
I think John knows the catalog better than the guy selling the catalog at some point.
Maybe you should open
then-
a baby stroller
and then
shop.
he's mad,
Yeah.
Now I'm into like these like I'm into baby clothes. I'm very proud to admit that I'm into baby clothes more than I used to be very into shoes. You guys know me. Like I used to love shoes. But now I don't even look at shoes for myself. I got enough shoes. Every occasion I have the right shoe for it already. Do I need to buy a new one? Not really, not at this moment. But then when I look at baby clothes, I'm like, wow, if my son wears this, he'll look super fly. He got to look more fly than all the other kids on the playground.
Yeah.
Them.
So then it just changes, and then you realize that 3 months later cannot wear. Right? But
Then you were hoping for the second kid to come, then you can pass on.
That's how they roll.
The second kid is like middle kid, or the third kid is like, oh my
Hand-me-downs,
God,
right?
man.
Bro. But different from last time, trend these days changed so fast.
Oh, people want...
Hand-me-downs don't work anymore.
Oh,
what if your
right.
2-year-old's vintage clothes don't fit your next kid at 5 years old? I don't know lah. The fashion changes so much that even I get past hand-me-downs, right? Then I'll be like,
Not bad. Or no.
This one better wear at home only.
Yeah, and fashion changes so quickly, and I feel like baby fashion kind of mimics adult fashion to a certain
right.
extent.
Yes.
So like a couple of years ago, it was all the very loud luxury brands, right? Like if your baby wear one giant Gucci, then it's like like this is the flex, right?
But
But now,
you'll come back.
now
maybe.
it's not the flex anymore. Like if you give me a giant Gucci shirt for my baby, it's like, yeah, my baby ain't gonna wear that, man. Like he's gotta be like, a lot more stylistic and what an adult would wear.
Muji vibes, you know.
Yeah, you know, certain things are classics.
Monotones.
Yeah, but yeah, man, like what I call tiny passions, they take over.
Right.
Extended the passion.
Yeah, the time is weird. Because like when, I guess the biggest change is when you have a kid, right? You really notice that extra hour you want to hang at the party, right? Actually, no need one. You really notice all the random, hey, come on, we go next one. The yamcha, right? You notice all the extra hours, the extra like half an hour. Hey, after this we go mama one more time. You know, we notice all the things very, very specifically. If anything, I think you become very productive after having a kid. Because you appreciate the hour you need to work. Okay. Dennis talked about this before, right? If you're taking me, if Dennis said, if you're taking me away from my family, you better make that hour worth it. You know, you don't simply ask me to fly somewhere and then ask me to what? Oh, teman me go and walk around. Like
it's opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost, right?
Because I mean, it's not that it's like what he said. You know, as we grow older, we don't have so much time for everything, right? So you start cutting a lot of things down. You actually would start doing that once you hit 30. Not because I hate these people. It's just because you realize I don't have enough time for myself. So at 30 years old, why I said 30 is when you start to realize, okay, there are some people that are unimportant to me. They are making me feel less loved. That I start doubting myself. So maybe I will cut these people away to not do anything harm or whatever. It's just to focus on myself. Because I came to a profound understanding that no one out there cares for myself more than I should care for myself. And no one out there should do anything for me because I should be the one doing everything for myself.
Yep.
So then you cut out a lot of things that are unimportant, cut out a lot of things. And then for me, people be like, why you find time to go and fix your car? Because I always believe at the end of the day, if you have a kid, you still must know who you are. You must have your passion, the love. Because if not, how are you going to translate that to your daughter?
Yeah.
Then you're just living robot, right? So I have a car. Then now my daughter run to my car, daddy. She knows that that's daddy's car. She would grow up to understand that there is a love, an attachment to something, and you grow up loving that thing. And it's fine if nobody else love it, but as long as you love it, this is yours. This is you. It is for you. It's not for anyone else. So that's also one thing that I learned, you know, with this passion, because I came from passion of dancing, of performing, because those are free.
Yeah.
And when I say free, it's using my body. So now it's not free anymore because my body's in pain. So I can't dance. So if anyone asks me to dance, I charge you 3 times more because it hurts. But guys,
Ming, do you pay for that later?
I can't, bro. I look at him, I pain, bro. I cannot. Oh my god.
But that's what I mean. Like a passion that we all have as men, as we grow older. I always believe that you must have it somehow. You must keep it somehow because that's how you show your next generation, your kids. Like daddy has a love for something, not just for mommy, not just for you, not just for other things, but I also feel
appreciate
important.
Something
And
else.
it's for yourself. So it's a way to me to show Jade in the future that it is okay to love yourself. You don't have to always love other people to get that validation back.
Wow.
That validation can come from within.
Correct.
Right? Like let's say, for example, you fix your car back. That very expensive car, your Porsche,
Okay.
your classic Porsche. If no one else liked it, who cares?
Yeah, really.
Do you really even care?
I don't give a...
But it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But does that make you super happy when you see that car, when you drive that car on a weekend,
Actually,
going up there, listening people say how good it is? It makes you so happy, right?
You already got a taste of fatherhood. Because not to say that you will find your baby in a second-hand garage that you need to go to the rush shop, right? But the amount of work you put into your baby, right? The amount of money, the amount of time, right?
I would do the same.
Correct.
To the
So
things
you
that
kind
I
of
love,
you kind of there already.
Yeah.
You kind of there.
Yeah.
You kind of there already. The time will happen one. You know.
Yeah.
I think the time and effort that you put inside your passions is also good for your marriage. I feel it's actually very good for your marriage because as men, sometimes we don't understand why our partners do certain things certain way, right? But it's also very comforting to know when your partner gives you the liberty to do it. And frankly speaking, sometimes as men, right, we try to get our wives to understand. But I've come to the point, right, like 5 years into marriage, right, that I don't need her to understand. I just need her to like give me the space to do it. you know, and not go overboard. You know, like, I mean, sometimes she needs to dial me back and then she can dial me back. But I think that allowance of space is very crucial for a marriage, because I know some couples where the wife tries to control the husband, then in turn the husband want to control the wife.
Very toxic.
And then it's a competition, right, of who can control who better. It's like, oh, if I sacrifice, you must sacrifice as well. You know, but I don't think should be that way.
There's no happiness in that.
Yeah.
You know, that's just guilt tripping, and I don't think that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lawson, you've been married for 5 years. How long you guys been dating?
Wow.
Forever love, Adevan.
No lah, 2000, well, quite long, 2012 I think.
How
2000. I was like, whoa,
No, but I don't know
Yeah,
since like what, when I was 14. Damn. Set my eye,
So-
then I move first. I go work, I go, you know, whatever. Then of course we stay in touch and whatnot.
How has it always been talking about this passion of yours?
About this?
Yeah. Has it been a complete understanding?
She's
or?
actually involved, which is I really, really appreciate, because
That's
I think because I travels and also all that. Sometimes it's also to pursue my passion on all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But of course, I didn't forget about passion on music and whatnot. But for whatever I like, she would try to make her effort to be part of it. So that makes me, I'm fucking lucky and blessed lah, you know. So whatever I do, for example, like all these cars, I go for Sunday drive. If she can wake up at 6 a.m., she will just join. And she likes my friends, girlfriend, wife, kids. And then on all these cars, she also like trying to appreciate, like for example, like I'm planning to go for, bring my car to Thailand for a race. Then after that, leave my car there. And then going through that road trip, she's like, I want to go.
Wow.
So that's why, I mean, like, we really, you know, see, but it boils
Teach me,
down
I
from...
want my wife to go golf with me. She don't want. Up to now, she still don't want to join me for golf.
But not for everything lah. But in
Maybe not as
anything,
nice as the car, but got golf cart, you know, you can sit there.
okay, but now golf is coming back, right?
yeah,
Nice
yeah.
feet and all.
But at least you had.
I told her I'll buy her a nice golf outfit. No need to play, you know.
Correct.
Just wear the outfit can already.
You know, just teach you a few tricks, right?
Pickleball.
Pickleball, maybe she
is
will.
like,
Pickleball.
I
That's
realized
true, that's
pickleball is
true.
like picking balls, bro. Then I went play badminton, right? Then the next nowadays, you know, it's a like a. I feel like it's a trend.
Social sport,
Everyone
social sport.
like a sports thing. So people trying to learn how to play pickleball next to our badminton court. We were smashing, taking balls, taking points.
Then the ball
Then the
roll over.
moment whenever I see to the right, they're just picking ball. Then the moment I smash and I score, yeah, picking balls again.
Picking ball.
I'm like, wow, is this game really just to pick balls, bro? Sorry, bro.
This guy really. But you know what? Congrats, you have a wife, a partner in life that I think. I was talking to Suyan the other day, right? The biggest blessing a guy can have, right, is that your wife either, number one, fully support you, or gives you the total space even though she don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you got the anchor at home, right? You can do anything.
Correct.
And
Fearless, huh?
yeah, it's less about, hey, go get it, yes, no.
Yes.
Guys don't need that kind of,
Correct.
you know.
It's just more like,
You
go
good?
ahead.
Good.
Okay, you good,
Can.
go.
Actually, man, we're very simple creatures. We're very simple creatures.
I
You're
say it so many
such-
times.
You're so my wife is sick right now, right? She's not feeling well.
She's not
so
well,
I'm
she's
like,
not
okay, you know, I told her I cannot afford to fall sick. Like the next few days, like I really cannot afford to fall sick. So you sleep in the room, I'm going to sleep downstairs. You know, I got my couch lah. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep downstairs. So I was watching TV, and then I fell asleep while watching TV. Rarely get to do that lah, right? And then at about 2 a.m., my wife came downstairs with her mask and everything, and she took my pillow, and then she said, hey, you didn't come up to sleep, here's your pillow. Then I was like, wow, this morning I woke up, I'm like, I married the right woman.
You feel love, you see? Yeah, correct. You see?
I feel good.
It's these moments like this, like the
It's
small
really
things,
right.
that
I don't
matters
need
to
anything.
us.
Yeah.
I don't need you to do anything. Just it's so
no need to do
simple.
all those things, right? There's a
yeah.
small gestures.
But wait, taking back to what you mentioned just now, Jazel said one thing to said this thing to a lot of friends before. You know, her friends, my friend, a lot of people said that. Why Jazel never stop you? Like, why you so crazy by all this cargo, fix your car and all this kind of stuff? Jazel just look at them and say, I'd rather he change the cars than he change girls.
Facts.
Whatever passion he has,
correct. Better he...
as long as it is not go KTV, go find girls and everything, she's down with it. You know?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
think
also
this-
because I got her the convertible, so you know.
Yeah, so she needs to be part of it.
So she can join the gang.
It's always the first step first now. This is
Correct. Like you, we have to get you to get your first one. Then the
Oh
next
my
one is to
gosh.
get him to go for a drive.
Yes,
Correct.
So I came and asked him, my car is safe already. Okay, then I walk towards that.
safe. Don't worry. You come for the next drive.
I'm so happy.
I think okay, before we wrap up, maybe it's a safe thing to say. You are very blessed to have a partner already that's gone with you through up, down, left, right,
Yeah.
center.
Since 14.
Yeah.
Since 14.
No, I know her since 14.
Since you aim already, you aim already.
2012, since 2012.
Yeah,
You know,
2012, yeah.
Seen
yeah.
you go through all of this. I
Yes,
think
correct.
honestly, that's half, like if not more than half of all the struggle, the problem solved is already solved.
Yes, correct.
Really,
yeah,
really.
during that time, you sure like, wow,
Correct.
a lot of rough patch here and there,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, going through like this
You
and
test
that.
already and still get married?
Yeah, then get married and then now actually after getting married, I feel like the love changed also.
Hey, of course.
Yeah, like before you get married, the love is more like, you know, different.
Yeah.
Then now it's like we are like in a lot of things like in sync.
Because you're unit
You
now.
will know,
You're
you
unit
feel that
already.
you are in a unit.
Yeah.
So like for example, like whatever you said just now, like pre-dad. Yeah, I'm in a pre-dad. I'm kind of think that like, for example, I'm telling you time, but I also think that I'm ready.
Yeah.
Meaning like I really, when I see a kid, I'm like, wow, shit.
Cute. For those that don't know, that is also the calling that it's coming.
Starting already.
It's coming, it's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John got it coming real quick. He came and see Jade. Hey, he felt it. He saw Jade. Oh yeah, you're so cute.
That's the same thing as like poison. You take people see car, right? Imagine you take see baby. Hi. I got like have a recording of both of them when they came and visit my first kid. Also gone.
No, he was the guy that I was asking everything about a kid 2-3 years before we actually got Jade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I asked him, hey, your kid how? This one how? That one how? I kept asking questions because I'm always so curious about it.
And the real answer is I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Like the push lah. You don't know the real answer.
Just push
go
your
for it.
only. Actually, just go for
But
it.
it's like
yeah.
a domino effect.
Yeah,
You know, you like when one friend get married, your first friend get married, you be like, oh, okay, that's really nice. And then suddenly everyone starts to get
Everyone get
married. And then when you start going for all these weddings, right? Like half the girls there are not drinking and not partying because they're pregnant. Which also means there's going to be a whole wave of babies that's going to be coming in. So
Wave of full moons.
Troops are far, full moons.
But that's the thing that's happening. But the crazier thing that I see happening these days are the friends are planning to give birth the same year. Then there are like 3 girls, all friends, all give birth the same year. Oh my God, do reveal all same
Maybe
time.
we
You're
should-
like, yo,
we should
you guys
guys
plan.
We should really dive into these communities, which I'm not sure about. But I have to say, like how you build a car community, you will have a dad community.
no, but it's very important.
chats,
though.
group chats.
It is
very
important.
important.
It is important.
If you don't have,
really? I didn't know about this.
If
Yeah.
you don't have, don't worry.
We got-
how you do that.
Yeah.
Our Telegram group chat. You know,
Alright,
bang,
how you
bang.
do that?
If you got questions you want to ask, you got to ask inside that group chat because
Yeah.
those are questions that we also want to ask, just that we don't remember sometimes because you got too many questions to ask.
Just last night, John was there as well. We were talking about, someone asked, you know, how to spend money. How do you pay for what?
How to spend money?
No, how
You
to-
send the money to me.
No. I mean,
I
we
buy
were-
the car here.
Just last night, we were not talking about it today, but just last night, there were people asking like, hey, you and your wife, how you divide your expenses? Like things like that. And like, it just randomly popped out anywhere. And we were there talking to some people as well. So yeah, if you guys, you can find a link at the bottom of the description. You can go join us there as well. But you know, for today, Lawson, any parting words before we say goodbye to people?
I think, yeah.
You think, sorry?
Sorry, you were saying?
I was going to say, you know, when is a good time to taste your first poison of a car, lah, but I'm not going to ask that. Lah, you know.
Oh,
Just
I can
come,
answer
bro.
for him. man.
Just come to our events, you know,
Your
whatever,
first
just
taste of
come here lah.
poison is when you can start to afford the car because once you get the poison, you look at that particular car and you want to buy it now and you cannot buy it. The pain don't come when you earn the money to buy the car, you get very satisfied. But when that car is sold, you cannot buy the car already.
Okay.
That's a regret.
Let's try not to go and poison people for all cars. I got a question to end this. If you could do this all over again, what would you do better?
What would I do better?
Yeah. What would you have done different?
I could just take the leap earlier.
Mother.
Right.
Not that
Right, guys.
Yeah,
if you think about it,
Yeah.
sometimes that doubt.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
actually,
Doubt for what?
doubt is good also. It makes you have a check a bit. Okay, let's go. Pom.
I should have started having kids earlier.
I think this is also a lot of people been telling me, all the elder friends, they tell me, Lawson, I know you're 35, but you know, start to produce.
I actually had a guy, I spoke to them before. There was a guy who actually spoke to me, MC. I was at the event talking to him, learning about how to host. And then he told me he had 2 kids. And then his advice to me was clear as day. He said, bro, my first kid I got when I was 28. Then when I got my second kid, I was 33. At 28, I could play with my kid, no problem. At 33, he said he want to play with 1 kid, also no energy, how to play with 2.
Yeah, I can.
So this one different. At least his kids are more calm.
I have 2 girls.
Yeah,
I got 2 girls.
you told me that day, right?
I
Yeah,
have
2
2
girls.
boys. I have to say,
Actually,
boys.
I'm looking for
boys.
this
His boy. I'm waiting for his boys to see
so
how
there's
his
a
boy.
difference, yeah?
Yes.
I just need to know, yo.
My son is rather enthusiastic.
Yes, enthusiastic is the word. Enthusiastic is the word.
My daughter is excited.
All right.
So she's really excited. Okay, are we going to end this
Exciting
episode
kid.
already?
Yeah.
Before we end, like I mentioned,
Dennis wanted to do something.
yes, I need to read out comments.
He wanted to read a specific comment.
Because just a few days ago, I went scrolling through all the comments of our first 3
Some of the
episodes.
videos, yeah.
So I was just scrolling through, and then I came across this comment that is just so, it makes me happy,
Right.
I have to find it. Give me a second.
It's in a group chat. It's in a group chat. Yeah.
In our group chat, bro, y'all need to leave comments for us because we actually go through them, and it sometimes gets us very excited.
So
right
Dennis has
now.
picked out a specific comment that he likes.
Yes.
It's about our brother John.
Yes. So there is a comment from JSLZS 5 days ago today. John's calm demeanor and the way he explained things is really sexy. You see how he's laughing?
You know why? You know why, guys?
Amanda likes it. Is it?
No, it's the daddy energy.
I knew it was going to say some daddy. Drop.
It's the daddy energy.
But I really think he's damn calm and, I like his style, bro.
I think this is the Singapore
I can match a car for him already, bro.
Huh?
By looking how he talk,
What car would you suggest to our brother John here?
starting with I think it's a SL first, Mercedes. Then I think he is a Bentley guy. Bentley, Jack.
That's too much for me.
Too much, huh?
I'm very happy with a Proton X70.
Bro. He's a Audi Q4 e-tron.
e-tron, yeah. How's e-tron, bro?
Wait, you haven't shared. Wait. Before we go, this is maybe after credit.
Okay.
How is it like to drive electric car, EV car, all the way from Singapore until KL? What were the pros and cons that you went through?
Is it too quiet?
It's a very quiet car. I can get over there.
Oh, it's very quiet.
So when you enter the car, if you got a key in your pocket, you don't even need to turn on the ignition or the button. You step on the brake, the car turns on, the aircon turns on, you can straight away press the accelerator and you drive off.
Wow.
It's great. I love the MMI system. Like it's like
beautiful.
it's beautiful. It's a great drive. So the one that I drove had about 500 plus click mileage. But obviously I didn't want to take the risk. It's a bit of range anxiety. So I stopped at Pago to try to charge the car, and I realized that I don't like charging cars.
Okay, why?
Because petrol cars, right? You go into the petrol station, there are like 12 different stations. You go there, you choose 95, 98, you pump, you go in, you buy your drink, you buy your curry puff, after that, in and out in 5 to 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But when you charge your car, you got to leave the car there for at least supercharger, right? Let's say the fast charger, CCS chargers, at least 45 minutes.
45, not 20.
At least 20 to 45 minutes. Depends on which CCS charger, right? The other day, I went to this place and I said, okay, you know what? I told my wife, we go for lunch here. I parked the car there. I found a charging station here. I charged. It was an AC charger. We were there for about an hour, 20 minutes and charged 5%. That's like, what's the point of charging? So I realized, for me, it's because it's a test drive. So I don't own the charger in my house, right? So it's not very practical, but I think it made me feel, I love the car, don't get me wrong. It's a great car, but not for long distance driving.
For the
But
city
driving,
drives.
wow, it's great. It's a very, very nice car.
Yeah. And there you guys have it. Audi shout out whenever you guys want to come on board.
Yo, I don't have an EV car, but I don't mind trying one.
Hey. Most importantly, shout out Lawson. Thanks
you,
for
Lawson.
opening your beautiful place for us.
Hey, no problem,
Venturi
man.
this is
Hey,
If you need someone to test drive one of your cars,
and if
Bro,
you
just
guys
come and hang out. Just come and hang out.
and if
just
any
come
one
and
of you
hang out.
guys at home, you guys are interested, most of these cars here are for sale.
Literally.
And they can go long distance. Aircon sejuk beku. Rim cantik, kepala I tak tahulah.
What's the day the Facebook selling come out?
Yeah. I have to Aircon sejuk beku.
Cantik kepala means beautiful head. Means beautiful head.
Huh?
You said cantik kepala.
I wanted to continue the sentence, but that would be cursing already.
I know.
Okay, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Thanks for
see you guys
watching.
in the next episode. Please remember to subscribe and join us at Telegram group. Follow Lawson at Venturi Motors.
Yeah.
Or you wanna
Speed Addicts.
Oh, Speed Addicts is my own one. Yeah.
Guys, you guys should check out
Personal.
this place at the Gasket Alley. It's
Or
next to
Venturi
Jaya,
Motors, yeah.
Jaya 1, right? This is Jaya 1.
Yeah, Jaya 1 is just opposite.
There we go.
Columbia Hospital is just next door. Yeah.
There we go.
Gasket Alley.
Thanks so much for you guys joining us. Thanks Austin for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace out.
Bye.
A-Town.